so good. Yeah. I don't have any stories like that. I'm sorry to say. I mean, my conversations with my parents about sex, I know my mom would tell me all about sex when I was little. I guess I asked a lot of questions when I was like 3 or 4. And we were living in Utah at the time, which is very forward thinking. And we're in like this little tiny diner. I was probably about 4 at the time. And I was asking her questions about it. And I was there with my aunt, who's like super not conservative, but very she embarrasses very easily, right? And so we're there, and there's all these people around us that are really conservative. And I just got up on the top of the chair, and I just started to say in a really loud voice, "But I don't understand how the man gets the sperm into the lady."
Oh,
my mom was like, "Oh,
not right now."
Everyone's looking around like, "Oh my God, call child services." So, cute. And then the only other like sex talk I remember having was my dad came in, which is great because you want to have a sex talk with your dad when you're a girl. And he just sat on my bed for like 5 minutes and then just went, "Use a condom," and like walked out.
And ran away.
Great, I know everything now. I'm set for the world, and this is why I have this job.
Right. Yay.
Yeah. So I got that. And I was trying to think like, you know, like I don't really have any embarrassing blowjobs, but like the embarrassing stories that come to mind initially, which is why I brought this in, is I have to do with animals. And not bestial. No, I'm not. No, I know people looking at me like, okay, this is gross. I'm calling Humane Society. Bring. But no, I got that we had somebody on the show one time. Sex Toy Dave, right?
Yep.
And he came over and brought like a bunch of sex toys, right?
Remember
and so
that.
he gives me this glass dildo, and I was like, huh. Okay, you know, I'm like, it's not really my thing, but you know, I brought it home, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I shove it in my bag, I shoved it in my bag,
my coin purse,
right? Exactly. New euphemism.
Euphemisms.
And then I came home, and then I just like I put everything on my bed, and I just like I was trying to find something, and then my dog Frankie comes and thought it was like his new toy.
Oh.
So he's running around the house and then outside with this fucking dildo in his mouth, and I'm literally had to play tug of war like this, like hold.
He could have. I wonder if he could have broken it.
It does. I know, but really wasn't my first thing. I wasn't so worried about him breaking it as it was like, you know, I didn't want a neighbor to see him running around with a glass dildo in his mouth because he was like, you know, I was like, fucking Frankie, you know, it was just so embarrassing. So there was that, and then the other thing I thought about is that I used to have when I had my other dog. Sophie, and I had this boyfriend, and we were having sex, and she at some point jumped up on the bed and started licking the crack of his ass.
Oh God!
And you know, I mean, you were going out and you get a little sweaty, and the look on his face, because you could tell at first he was into it. Right? You know what I mean? Like, you could tell at first, like, he was like, yeah, threesome or something.
Who is
like,
that with that giant tongue?
He was like, and you could see, like, go from, like, yeah to terror. You know what I mean? Like, I could see, like, the little click in his brain when he realized what was going on. And he just went like, ah!
Oh, my God.
Oh, I thought it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
That's pretty bad.
Sometimes, yeah, when I'm down, I think about Sophie licking the crack of his ass. It makes me happy.
Well, I had an embarrassing blowjob story once. It's kind of a short one, but I once fornicated with a porn star, and male one, but I hadn't watched any of his movies, so I didn't know anything about him sexually. I was just like, cool, whatever. And
totally.
I like deep throat this giant penis, and I was very proud, and I'm like, I'm gonna show him, you know, like a regular girl can do, and
us mere mortals.
Yeah. So then I bloop, suck
like
in
Lois Lane over here.
Yeah. I suck in one of his balls, and the minute it goes into my mouth, he almost kicks me in the face accidentally. And then yelps and screams in pain like I had just lit him on fire. So I mean, like, I have this in my mouth. I'm like, and so I like very carefully, you know, de-insert it or whatever. And I'm like, what?
Blowing bubbles? What?
And he's like, my balls are kind of sensitive. And I'm looking at him like, kind of sensitive? I almost lost 5 teeth and an eyeball. So then I had to be so ginger. Cause, I mean, what was I going to do? I was there probably for the night. So I just had to proceed. And I was just so deathly afraid of his balls. And I would even breathe on them. And he would like kind of go and like clench
What
all
was
up.
his deal?
sensitive balls. I don't know. I had never ever met a guy
It's
who was like,
SBS.
leave them alone.
Sensitive ball syndrome.
Yeah. Inflicts 1 out of
I
every
would
1,000
watch
porn
that.
stars. I'm
That
just
would be
kidding.
hilarious if that was a commercial we saw.
I know.
Do you have SBS?
So weird. Yeah. Do you suffer too? You're not alone.
Does the
Right.
wind really bother
Here's
you?
desensitizing.
Does running or quick strolls bother you?
I love
horribly?
that, like when you watch the infomercial, he's riding in the car, they go over a bump, and he's like,
Ah, yeah, exactly. No.
does this happen to you? Yeah.
Try the ball cradle by Acme.
Ball cradle
Keep the boys close.
Don't touch my balls.
Keep them out of girls'
lined
mouths.
with deer fur.
Fucking idiot.
That's weird.
Yeah. So that, I mean, like, it could have been so much worse, but it was kind of
That's
bad.
true. Amanda has the best blowjob
Yay.
story ever.
Oh, I can't wait.
So I was a kid.
Best start ever.
I think I was 14. Yeah, I was
Oof.
14.
Yeah.
And,
Go
and
on.
I was at church youth group on a
my
weekday
God.
night. Because it was the
Keeps
only
getting better.
place, that was the only place my mom wasn't like hanging out and watching what I was doing.
Not that
And
bright, your mom.
I had a boyfriend. His name was Chris, and he could play the guitar, and he had green hair, and all of his hair
Sex.
was shaved except for like
Pure
this
sex.
really long. Yeah, he was delicious. Total piece of shit, but delicious. And we snuck off into a area of the church where people weren't at. And he wanted to have anal sex with me because I wouldn't have sex with him. So obviously
Makes
he could
sense.
stick it in my butt.
Sure,
Duh.
duh,
Yeah,
doesn't
of course,
count.
duh.
Yeah,
And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. And it was like,
I'm sorry, how are you again?
no. And then he was like, well, I was like, I've got to do something or I'm losing this guy. We're losing him. Going down. We're going down. What are we gonna do? He's like, you could just suck my dick. And it's like,
You're
that,
like, yay!
people do that? Like, that's where you pee. You know what I mean? You got that whole like, ew. So it was like I don't think it's just because I was young. He really did have a massive dick. And it was really, really like wide and long. It was just overwhelming. And so I'm doing like the, you know what I mean? Trying to
The
figure it
ginger
out.
licking?
Yeah, the ginger. And then it was just like,
like a little kitty cat.
starts ramming my head into his crotch. Ramming,
Which is
ramming,
always
ramming.
women love that.
Yeah, we
by
love
the
it.
way,
And
I love it.
like full on projectile vomited
Oh,
all
my
over
God.
this man. Well, boy, this boy's, and it was like, what was funny is he was like, "What was that?"
He wasn't sure.
Nothing.
No, yeah.
What's all that strange warm
And
glue
I
all
had
over
like,
my
and you know, it was
Just
like
love.
a buffet before at the church, so
Oh,
they'd eaten all this.
God.
Yeah, it was like packed full of food.
Ew.
Yeah, so he had
Packed
to
full
walk
of-
out. He had to. We broke, and we were. I was like, looked up at him. and was like, "We're breaking up."
Aw.
Yeah.
Where were you in a confessional? Where were you doing it?
It was at this weird church that was actually evangelical, like speak in tongue type of church.
Shut up.
That
Oof.
my mom hated that I went there. She was like, those people that speak in tongues are fucking crazy, Even though she's like, go to the Baptist church with me, no.
Weird.
But it was not good. And then what was really funny is that I ended up dating the best friend and like another one of his best friends. And one night, I actually ended up giving all three of them hand jobs at different times.
With
And-
another hand? Did you get spare hand?
No, I told you, I've never heard any complaints. But
like
anyway,
something
no,
about
I would
this.
sneak away with one of them. I would sneak away with one of them and something, and then later in the night, like drop the bomb, like I fucked around with all of you. I played you all.
Served.
Yeah,
Boom.
totally. And they were like, "You're a slut."
Drop
And I was
mic.
like, "I like it." I was like,
Oh, God. Backfire.
"Yeah, I was totally like, yeah, I got them all. I got them."
Oh, my.
You realize that they got the hand jobs and
Right.
you didn't get anything,
It
right?
made sense then.
At the time. This logic moment was
Yeah.
brought to you by Amanda Smash Hyde. Wow.
Not bad.
That's good.
yeah.
That's
Blowjob
really good.
barf is bad.
So bad. It was so bad.
Dudes
I
love the
really
choke,
didn't do it
but-
for a while. I didn't do it on anyone for a while. I was like the queen of hand
I don't
jobs.
blame you.
I think in a while meant like 6 months. I think it was like 6 months.
It's a chunk of time.
When you're a kid, it is.
When you're a slutty kid.
yeah, when you're a bimbo kid, like I was.
Bimbo kid.
I was a total bimbo kid.
Aww.
I was like, I'm 11. Let's do this. Like,
You're like, I've wasted enough time.
Yeah, let's get.
Time's a wasting.
Oh, this
Somebody give me
same
their
guy,
dick.
like this a different guy once. We were in a part of we had 2 acres and we had a eucalyptus forest, And me and my boyfriend went over there to hang out, and he was like, "You gotta give me a blowjob." And of course, my dad comes like walking, like, "Where are you? What are you guys doing?" And I'm on my knees in front of him, in front of the guy, and my dad just looks kind of horrified. And I'm like, "Oh, he dropped a thing!" Like, totally was trying to come up with something, and my dad was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like,
Oh my god!
Didn't work.
Yeah, that just gives me heartburn just thinking about it.
The parent catch.
No.
It's never sexy. It's always like they know what you're doing. They're not stupid, but you think they're stupid.
Yeah.
And it's just
Because parents are dumb.
Or cop catch. Hi, I think I told you that time that I was making out with my boyfriend at the time it was so stupid. It was like in a car in a park, and he's like going down on me, and I hear this like on the window, and it was like there's these cops there, and it's it's got someone's head between my legs. It's like, oh Jesus! And they pull him out because they think he's raping me.
Oh my god!
So they pull him out. They're looking at his shit. They got him against the car, and then the other going, I'm trying to put my pants back up, and the other cop comes. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. My dignity is not."
Yeah. No.
And then after they look at us, they realize what they're doing. They're like, you guys could like get a fucking room, like
go to your house.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, can you this is a park?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, you're
Tact.
right. And we thought we're being spontaneous, and we were just being dicks. So
Right.
we're gonna go now. And we probably drove like 4 blocks, and he had to pull over because he was gonna have a heart attack. He's like, oh my god. I was like, you just be glad that I wasn't mad at you that day because you'd be in jail.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a total raper.
Oh my god, so glad you made it here because he was hurting me.
Yeah.
No, I would not do
Bye, Tim. See you later.
Yeah, have fun in the clink.
Oh fuck yeah, that poor bastard. No, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. It's just not that cute when you're in your 30s. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, teenage years, totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
teenage years. Yeah,
When
you're just like, oh,
they're
whatever.
like, you know better.
Yeah, yeah. Then
And
it's
you're
just
like, ha ha ha.
Do I?
No, I don't.
no, not really. Kind of brain damage. Sorry.
Right.
I love you guys.
Yeah. I found some doozies online that
From other people?
Huh?
Just from like random people,
Yeah.
or from listeners?
No, from some people. Jezebel, which was one of my favorite places. Yeah, they put together a bunch of worst case scenario sex stories.
Oh, so these are real. These are not
they're real.
fabricated.
Oh, they're fucking real.
They're real.
And they made me feel so good about myself. That's all I can say. And like I said, some of them are just so gross. There will be poo. I'm just going to warn you guys right now.
Will there be jizz?
I believe there
Will there be
some
blood?
jizz. There will be blood.
Okay.
Yes,
Will there
will
be
blood.
tears?
There will be blood, but not the kind of blood you think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not period blood?
No. Different kind.
Sacrificial animal blood?
Different kind. Different kind.
Try it. It's really
I'm
erotic.
going to tell you.
No, it's not. Sorry, PETA. Don't wear fur. Fur is bad.
Whatever.
Like pita chips.
The second you got to
Yeah.
get Kardashians involved, you've lost all my interest.
Okay, so here's the first one. I just like this one because this guy just sounds like he's a party. So she says, I met some guy at a party, and then I ended up at his house, and then mid-thrust, he starts laughing maniacally and yells, I'm fucking an alien princess! I'm fucking an alien princess! As one does.
And then she came.
Yeah, she's like, I know you are! You so are! She's like, I was far too sober and immediately stopped and then had to listen to him say with these really wide eyes, your vagina looks like the fridge scene in Ghostbusters.
Oh my god!
I kind of want to find this man and marry him.
slits wrist.
He's amazing.
It gets better.
There's
Are
more.
you? Did she say I'm the gatekeeper?
No. She said, I fell asleep.
I'm gonna have some serious nerd Ghostbuster sex now.
Right? She said, I fell asleep and I woke up in the morning to him eating a whole key lime pie in bed. Not even looking over at me, he said, you can't have any. And I walked home.
You
I'm
see
like,
this pie? It's mine.
Oh,
mine. Mine, vagina fridge.
Oh my god!
the fuck?
What?
Why? Wait.
He's my
Why
hero.
did she let this guy spend the night? A.
No, she walked home. She was at his house.
Oh, well, why did she spend the night? She should have gone home.
Because she wanted some pie. She was hoping for that key lime pie in the refrigerator.
She was disappointed.
Wait, she was like going to leave. She gets some water out of the fridge, but this guy's got pie.
Right?
Maybe he'll share it
He's
with me in bed tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know. Because I'm thinking nothing better than
I
some
saw
key
you
lime
eyeing
pie.
my pie, bitch.
Right?
That's what I usually do.
I see you, baby.
Rhubarb.
Look at
Pineapple
my pie.
pie.